Okay, so this video is going to be about outlines, right? How to create an outline for your comparative essay. So let's first talk about what is an outline. An outline is a general plan of the material that you're going to present in a paper, right? In a speech or a paper. Focus on this key word, right? General. Right? So not very specific, it's going to be just a brief idea of what you'll present in the paper. Right? An outline shows the order. It talks about the various topics. So what are you going to talk about in the paper? It'll help you understand the importance of the topics and their relationship. But I think the key words in this paragraph should be general, a general picture of the material, right? What's the order in the various topics, okay? Also, you could think of an outline as a picture of your speech, right? It's just the main ideas and subsidiary, right, underlying ideas and topics, right? It's not a detailed picture, but a general picture, right, to help you prepare. Let's talk about an important part of any outline, right? One of the most important parts is going to be the thesis statement, right? A thesis statement is a summarizing statement for your essay. It tells you everything that your paper is about. It tells you what is your paper going to be about, the central idea of your paper, right? But it should be brief and specific. It should be complete, a grammatically correct sentence, a complete grammatically correct sentence, and tell the specific subjects that you're going to talk about. We'll look at an example later about Hong Kong and Beijing. We'll use our example again. Okay. So let's look at how you order a outline, right? Things that you're going to need to notice down below in the outline are the use of Roman numerals. I'll talk to you about those, right? Underneath the Roman numerals, these indicate paragraphs. You'll see capital letters and some small case letters, and you're going to see indentation, right? All of these help you maintain and keep order in your outline so you know where one paragraph begins and where subjects should be placed in your essay, okay? So we're going to look at just a blank outline, and then we're going to use our example of Hong Kong and Beijing after that. But let's look at how we use a blank outline. Okay. So here is a standard 5-paragraph essay laid out in outline form, right? The Roman numerals are the numerals that you see right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's all you really need to know right now. Only those 5 Roman numerals to get started, okay? Each one of the Roman numerals indicates a new paragraph. So here's one paragraph, the second paragraph, the third paragraph, the fourth, and then the final, the 5th paragraph, right? So those are Roman numerals. Each Roman numeral is a paragraph. Underneath, anything indented, right, inside, moved inside, right, like here, refers to whatever is above it, right? So this capital letter A is all about paragraph 2, right? Just like B here should refer back and be about this supporting paragraph, right? Any information here in this number 1, right, because it's indented also, will refer back to this A, right? And then these small case A refer back to 1, just like 2 will refer back to A, and here A and B refer back to 2, right? So indention means that the information is referring back to a previous paragraph or subsidiary idea, okay? That's how you maintain order. And you see that we try and switch, right? We've got Roman numerals, then we've got capital letters, then we have numbers, then we have lowercase numbers, letters. If we needed extra, we could go back and do another number here underneath this, right? So you keep switching to help maintain order. All right, let's look at our example of Beijing and Hong Kong. Okay. So, thesis statement goes in the introductory paragraph. Paragraph 1 is an introduction, right? You're talking about what is this paper going to speak about. The thesis statement should state what topics, right? It should be a grammatically correct sentence. So here's my thesis statement. Hong Kong and Beijing share many common features like buildings, food, and languages, but these are different in each city. Okay? So now you know what my whole essay would be about, right? It's comparing and contrasting two cities, Hong Kong and Beijing. And the three things that I'm going to compare and contrast are going to be buildings, food, and languages, right? There's my thesis statement, what everything is going to be about in my essay. All right, so then you go on to the body, right? Here's paragraph number 2, Roman numeral 2, okay? Paragraph number 2 will be about buildings. Everything in this paragraph has to revolve around comparing and contrasting buildings, right? So let's look. Capital letter A, age of buildings, right? So this refers back to the paragraph. It's about buildings. I'm talking about the age. All right? Number 1, Hong Kong has many new buildings. Then you can put extra information, right? You could put examples like IFC, Hopewell Center, Bank of China, ICC, whatever new buildings that you want to put in here, right? So all this information refers back to ages of buildings, right? Good. Number 2, Beijing has lots of old buildings. Examples, right? The Hutongs, Forbidden City, many temples, right? You could add on all different examples if you wanted to, but those were the 2 that I could think of, okay? Again, right? All of this refers back to A, the age of buildings. Now, when you write your essay, you would expand on this. You would write in complete sentences, but you would use this information to help you generate your paragraph, right? All of this would be in your paragraph, a few sentences. Maybe this would be 3 or 4 sentences, okay? So we've got age of buildings, but we could say more, right? How else would you compare and contrast the buildings of Beijing and Hong Kong? You could compare and contrast the heights of building. Again, you see this is B, it refers back to buildings. Hong Kong has many skyscrapers. We could talk about, again, the names of skyscrapers, IFC, ICC, right? Number 2, you could say Beijing does not have many skyscrapers, only a few, and you could give 1 or 2 examples, or you could name most of the buildings that are flatter, right? Only have 1 or 2 stories, 1 or 2 floors, right? If you wanted, you could add extra information. You could do C, number of lifts. Right? And then you would do 1, Hong Kong has many lifts in its buildings. 2, Beijing has less. Okay? But again, this could refer back to buildings, right? You could do a D if you had even more information, right? But this would all be in 1 paragraph in your essay. Okay? Then, once you've completed that paragraph, then you would go on to the next one. Right? Then you would put a Roman numeral 3. And our second thing that we're going to compare would be food. Right? So A would be possibly types of snacks. right? So snack food in each city. 1, Hong Kong. What kind of snacks do we have? We have fish balls, sumai, all different barbecue pork buns, right? All different types of snacks, right? 2, you could say in Beijing, they have, if you've gone to the different street markets, they have deep fried scorpions or bugs, you could include that, or all the different snack foods that they have, right? You could talk about, maybe once you're done with that, you could discuss B, something else about food. What else could you talk about? Use of noodles, noodles. Different styles of food. Hong Kong has more styles, international styles than Beijing, right? But you would continue on this format. You would do another paragraph, right? So you've got, I'll leave food up there. You would do paragraph 4, which would be language. And you would do the same thing, and then paragraph 5, right, is your conclusion. The conclusion, as everybody knows, is a summary, right, statement. You restate the information that you had in your body paragraphs. So these 3 body paragraphs. What did you talk about? Sum it up in a paragraph, right? And there you have your essay. Right? So this is the plan for your essay. You have all the details, you have what you're going to talk about. Then you just need to expand on them and write in complete sentences. Write all this information out in complete, grammatically correct sentences in the essay. And there you have it. You would get a very high mark